And welcome back to Electric Bike Mark. On this video I'm going to be riding the Lyric Graffiti X, as you see it right there. And this basically now is deemed as an illegal bike, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. So let's hop on and we'll talk about that. So the bike is actually shipped as a Class 2. And so it's shipped as a Class 2 because it has a toggle switch. And that toggle switch is right down here beside the horn where I'm pointing right here. And that switch will turn the bike to on-road / off-road depending on where you're riding, or you know, like and the on-road is Class 2. The off-road is basically unlimited. It can go up, this bike can go up to 50 miles an hour. Well, at the time I bought the bike, this was perfectly legal. You could do that. You could have a bike that has a toggle switch. So basically you have a hybrid bike. You know, a bike that can do both, on-road and off-road. So if you don't have a vehicle to transport your bike to the off-road location to ride it, you can ride it, right? Or you could, to that location. We're also going to talk about Class 2 and Class 3, and some Class 3 bikes, even though they're Class 3 only, can still be deemed as illegal. But first I want to finish up on this one. So, like I say, basically it has the toggle switch down here to switch it for on-road, off-road. And then you know, you can go 20 miles an hour on-road, or like I say, I've had the bike up to, it can hit speeds of 50 miles an hour. And so now that's basically deemed as no longer legal, the toggle switch, right? So many of you out there, let me know in the comments, might have that kind of bike that has a on-road / off-road switch. Well, the switch apparently is no longer legal. So there's that. But now I want to talk about the other thing that is really confusing. Let's get by this truck. And that's and you may have bought one of these, a Class 2 e-bike that can be unlocked to Class 3. And now there's nothing illegal to unlock your bike to Class 3, provided that the bike, first of all, the motor, okay, I should mention the motor on this bike. So the motor on this bike is a 3,000 watt motor. And the motor is limited though in Class 2, that on-road switch, to 750 watts. It peaks higher than that, but that's the nominal limit. But let's get into the Class 2 versus Class 3 though. So you can unlock legally a Class 2 bike to make it Class 3. Now a lot of bikes these days do ship in Class 2, and it's up to you to unlock them to Class 3. Or sometimes they'll already come in Class 3, but you got to be careful. So you can unlock it provided, first of all, the bike has to have a 750 watt motor nominal. It cannot exceed that in most states. Now there are exceptions. I'm going to mention Oregon is one, the state where I used to live before I came here to Tennessee. They have a limit of 1,000 watts, but the only thing that is for more power, for hill climbing, cargo, carrying cargo and things like that, okay? So it does not give you any, you know, a legal gateway, if you want to call it that, or roadway to ride faster than 20 miles per hour throttle only, or 28 pedal assist only. So you still can't go any faster, but you have more power. I like that though. I like the 1,000 watt limit. But anyway, getting back to the class 2 versus class 3. So provided your bike is 750 watts, which is the most common size of motor, some are even less at 500, some are less than that, 350 and 250 watts. But generally, most bikes are about 750 watts. Okay, so provided that you have that, you can unlock the bike. But here's the issue. When you unlock a bike, I think almost every time when I think about it, bike companies kind of have this quiet, don't tell you situation. Let's get by this car here, where when you unlock the bike to class 3, you can unlock it, but it cannot throttle to 28. It can only pedal to 28, which means you have to have your throttle has to cut off and not provide any more speed beyond 20 miles per hour. But what bike companies are doing now is sometimes, not always, but a lot of times I'm finding they don't tell you when you unlock your bike, as I weave in and out of the debris on the bike lane, they don't tell you whether the bike's going to be let's get by this light here, but they don't tell you whether the bike's going to be 750 watts, not 750 watts, but the speed, it's going to be 28 throttling. Got some cars coming up. So you don't know until you unlock the bike whether it's going to be pedal assist to 28 or throttle to 28, because if it's throttle to 28, it's illegal. You can't do it. So you have to leave the bike basically in locked mode. So I wish bike companies would tell you when you unlock the bike whether you're also unlocking throttle speeds to 28, because technically that makes the bike illegal. It can only pedal assist to 28 if you unlock it. It's not illegal to unlock it unless that situation comes up. If your throttle is going to propel you to 28 miles per hour, then you can't do it. You got to lock it back up, I guess. So there's that. It's another story as to whether you get pulled over or not. Then the other situation is if you do have a bike that goes to 20 and you can pedal assisted to 28, but the throttle cuts out at 20, there's kind of a loophole. I call it a loophole kind of, because if you're familiar with the cadence sensor, that is the sensor that doesn't care how hard you're pressing down on your pedals for pedaling. It only cares that you're moving the pedals. You just have to move them just a little wee bit, and the bike will start maxing out at whatever pedal assist level you have your bike set at. So when you think about it, your feet, your legs, and your pedals, I guess you would say, are the throttle, doing the same thing that your hand is doing on a thumb throttle or on a twist throttle. So really, if you want to get around this law and you still want to ride to 28 miles per hour, then just use your cadence sensor and just move your legs a little wee bit. Yeah, if you get stopped by a cop, they could stop you simply because it looks like you're ghost pedaling or not really pedaling and you're going quite fast at what they deem is illegal unless you're pedaling. Well, the thing is, once they stop you, they'll see that your bike the throttle cuts out at 20, or they can, I don't know if they test ride it or what they do, unless they bring a dyno, which they don't. They will see that it doesn't exceed that speed limit. So if you want a way to get around it and you don't want to pedal, then do that. I mean, I like to pedal, not this bike though. The Moped-Style bike like this, for me, is just a relax and ride and not pedal. But all my other bikes, I only have a couple of bikes like this. All the other bikes are all pedal ones, and I pedal them. Yeah, I want to pedal them. This one here is just out for a fun ride. I don't take this out very much anymore, and I never take it on a trail unless it's a very short one within this neighborhood or something like that. I don't go on the greenways or anything like that with this bike. And I'm finding myself lately, and you can let me know in the comments how your thoughts are on this or how you feel. I'm finding myself lately if I get any new bikes, I'm kind of finding myself not even unlocking them, keeping them at 20 miles per hour. And that way, you know what? Nobody can say anything, right? And the other thing is, I should mention too, is if you do unlock a bike, you'll find a lot of times that your bike comes with multiple stickers. You'll have class 1, class 2, class 3 stickers. Like I've had bikes come with all 3. I don't know why. I had one bike come with all 3. I can't remember which bike it was now, but you know, now that I think about it, why did it come with all 3 when the bike has a throttle? Class 1 has no throttle. I guess if I decided to take the throttle off, maybe, because the bike did come with a throttle though. But you do have to, if you change your class level on the bike to class 3, you have to put the class 3 sticker on your bike. And I gotta tell you too, some bikes don't even have stickers or don't even have anything saying that the bike is class 2 or 3 or whichever. Yeah. Yeah, let me know in the comments, have you had this issue come up when you bought a bike? You've unlocked it and found out that the throttle actually goes the class 3 28 miles per hour, which actually makes the bike illegal. Do you even care? Are you just going to ride it anyway? I mean, let's face it, law enforcement isn't exactly going to pull everyone over. If they pulled every single person over that has an illegal e-bike, guess what? There isn't enough law enforcement to actually do that. You know, they're already understaffed in almost every location as it is, and there's enough more important crime, higher crime, that needs to be looked after way beyond electric bicycles. So, you know, they got basically better things to do, I guess, but they are cracking down. I'll tell you where they're cracking down the most. If you live in if you ride on beach fronts and it's a busy area, any busy areas, school zones, that's where you got to be careful more. Those kind of places, because sometimes the cops just sit there, right? They sit there and catch, like in school zones, they'll just catch drivers in cars, but then if they see your bike going by, they could also catch you. So I guess summing it up, I would say this: don't stand out, you know, keep a low profile, and as long as you're abiding by the laws, you know, then just enjoy your bike, and let's hope things don't get worse. We need to get a leveling out. Like right now, it's still all over the place. You know, like there's no real set laws. Everybody kind of is going out there and grabbing their own laws. Local governments, you know, like it's not a federal law, so it's tricky. It can get tricky if you're living in a state like where I am now in Tennessee. I'm at the bottom. I'm in the southwest corner, south and west, down southwest corner of Tennessee. So I think it's 21 miles from Memphis, and so we're right on the border of both Arkansas to the west, and to the south is Mississippi. So if the state laws there are different than here, I gotta, you know, maybe I can never ride over there. You know, I have to stay within my state. So that gets confusing for riders, right? You don't know whether you can, you know, if you're bordering another state, you know, the things you can do in your state, you might not be able to do in the state that's bordering where you are. And that makes it really confusing for riders, right? So I say just don't stand out, just, you know, like check out my ride right now. I'm going 17 miles an hour. You know, I'm not doing anything crazy. And yeah, just enjoying the nice weather and enjoying the bike ride. So definitely let me know your thoughts on this. Have you bought a bike that either has a toggle switch for on-road, off-road, or have you bought a bike that's a class 2 and you unlocked it to class 3, and did you have a situation where your throttle actually takes you up to 28? Or does it cut out at 20 and you can just pedal to 28? I'll tell you, a lot of bikes too, you're ghost pedaling up to that speed, and pretty much every bike, I think, just about that I've ridden, pretty hard to keep it at, max it out at 28 miles per hour if it is a class 3 pedaling, because you just can't keep up. Your ghost pedaling. You can't keep up with the pedal, with the speed. You know, you can't pedal to get that resistance. So there is that too. Just about every bike. I mean, there might be a few exceptions out there. I know some of you have mentioned in the past that there's bikes that, you know, your bike doesn't ghost pedal at 28. That's awesome. We need more of that, I say. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today on the Electric Bike Mark. And hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we have about 85, or it's between 85 and 90% of the viewers are not subscribed yet. So it'd be much appreciated if you would hit that subscribe button and join our community of e-bike riders. And if you would like to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.